Hi guys, welcome back. I know it has been a very, very, very long time since I've done one of these types of videos. If you guys were missing them, you have every reason to be upset with me right now. I will take that. And I won't give you guys too many excuses about why I have not been doing um, my cold case and missing persons readings. My apologies to you and my apologies to the spirits because this reading today has actually been on me for months. I actually did this reading already a few weeks ago, but it was like during Mercury retrograde shadow period, and um, I recorded a really, really, really in-depth reading on this subject matter, and then it did not save. As soon as I finished, it was gone. And then I took that as a sign to just, fall back. Forget the fact that it was Mercury retrograde and everybody was probably experiencing things like this. I was tired. I was tired of constant obstacles, and I took it as a sign as you just ain't supposed to do it. But now Mercury is direct, and here I am. I got off of work early today, and I thought, I'm going to do this reading. And then I pulled a card to see if I should do the reading because I always want to make sure, you guys, I never do these just willy-nilly because I want to. I want to be sure. So if I pull a card and it gives me any indication that I shouldn't do it, then I don't do it. And that's on period. And I actually did pull a card that was just like, girl, that was in the past. That was just a small obstacle. If you don't do that video, it has nothing to do with you not doing doing things that you're not supposed to do. It has everything to do with the fact that you just ran into some obstacles, and that happens, Adina, but it doesn't mean give up every time you run into an obstacle. Literally what I felt like the cards were saying to me. And so, you know, I stand corrected. I still have things to work on. Ooh, especially regarding myself. Yeah, I'm not trying to give y'all my whole lingerie setup. It's just I haven't been able to wear a robe lately. I've been so busy with work, and then I come home, and then I just take off all my clothes and fall, get in the shower and fall into bed. No robes necessary. Um, so that's that. So I'm glad that you guys haven't decided to unsubscribe from me because I haven't been giving you guys what you probably subscribe to receive. I've been doing music related content. And then I try not to even post it on my YouTube because you guys don't seem to be interested in my music, even though my name is Adina the Artist. Um, so, like, I post my music on Facebook and I post all my readings and things on YouTube, and they never cross just because of the audiences that I have. I built this audience based on doing readings, um, and not a lot of people on my Facebook page are familiar with this type of work simply because that page I've had since about 2009, and like it's full of family and old long time people that you've known pretty much all your life, and they usually hold on to the version of you that they know, and when you release it and then accept the version of you that you were meant to become, not everybody understands, not everybody agrees. Um, Especially in the community that I grew up in, that was so dogmatically religious. Even my mother, she didn't come out outright and shun me, but it wasn't that far from it. Um, and so I don't bother them with these things because I know that they don't want to see it. However, Pluto has went direct. I'm kind of tired of tiptoeing around the different audiences that I have. You guys are going to have to merge and enjoy all parts of me. If you do not like my music, unsubscribe from my page because I'm not going to keep posting it just on Facebook just because I know that you guys don't want to see it. And I know you don't because you don't watch those videos. And I'm not going to continue to tiptoe around them either. So I've been integrating some of what I share on here on my Facebook and integrating some of what I share on my Facebook here. And you guys are going to just love the girl in all of her essence, or leave me. Love me or leave me. This reading is going to be on Tamla Harsford. I did this reading before, and even before I did the reading, I didn't need to do the reading because I saw what happened. I knew what happened. I knew what went on. But I'm doing this for the general public, and because Tamla is still heavy on my mind. I'm not the type of person that gets caught up in things that are popular in the media. I live in my own world. I live in my 12th house. It's a little bit isolated in there because I'm usually off in another dimension. And then when I come back to this realm, I do these videos and then I leave again. I do these videos, I go to work, and then I leave again. But Tamla has not, I'm sorry, you guys, every time I've been down, I'm running my cards through my frankincense and my clearing them, cleansing them. I have my personal deck. So this is the deck, my first deck of cards. But then, I was using these to read myself so much that whenever I tried to read somebody else, I would only pull my own energy, no matter how much I cleared them. So I set this deck aside for my own self. I'm just taking this opportunity to cleanse them all. So yeah, this reading is on Tamla Harsford. I'm excited about doing this reading because I'm hoping that it allows me to release her energy when I let her speak, when I let her tell her story. And it's truth because, we have not gotten her story. We have gotten their story. And when I say their, I mean the people who were involved in Tamla's murder and who were responsible for Tamla's murder, because that's exactly what it was. And I say that because she wanted to leave. She wanted to go home. Once she realized that things were taking a turn for the left and that she was a fish out of water amongst everybody else, once her intuition kicked in, because she was drunk, like other people, not everybody was drunk, but she was drunk because, she's an island woman. They drink. So she was feeling good, but she wasn't so drunk to the point where when she started peeping things and her intuition start alerting her that she didn't say, you know what, I'm going to go. But unfortunately, by then it was too late. They didn't let her leave. I'm almost about to read this whole entire situation without the cards. I'm trying to wait for the cards, to be honest. Because I like to have receipts to back up what I say. Not everybody believes in everybody's gifts until they can see the receipts. And for spiritual people, they like to see the cards. Those are the receipts. She wanted to leave. Once she realized that they didn't really vibe with her the way she thought they were. The ladies, they kept going off into a bedroom, a side room, or something and having little powwows about her. When things would get hype, they would sneak off and talk about her. And she didn't notice at first because, it was music going, it was a TV going. She was interacting with people, But there were about 3 or 4 of the ladies. I want to say 3, but then I feel like there was a 4th who would come in and come out and not really participate with them with like talking about her, but like she would just come in, and not. I don't think the 4th person was really feeling, the way that they were feeling about her. She didn't want any parts of the mess. And I believe that this person didn't spend the night. This person left. And I believe that they would have spent the night, but they saw some fuckery about to happen and they didn't want any parts of it. They didn't want any parts of it. But it was 3 ladies in particular. And one of them was really drunk. One of them was the lady of the house. And then the other lady, I don't know. But I keep seeing and I keep feeling a really drunk lady who was the instigator. And the woman of the house, the lady whose house they were staying at, the woman who threw the party, she already was she didn't need much egging on to get on the hate train. Because she already didn't care one way or another for this lady. She's probably the most racist of them all. She allowed her to be there because they had mutual friends, you know. And so for the sake of networking and keeping up appearances and things like that, she allowed her to be there. But, as the night went on, as the liquor began to flow even more, this man is riding past the house looking at me. I don't appreciate it. I want to go grab a strap. He just went this way and then came back so he can look at me. Like, I get it because I'm sitting on the robe in my porch looking all chocolatey and lusciousy. But don't be gross, because that's how you get popped. That's how you get popped at people's residence. So anyways, back to my vision. The lady of the house didn't need much because she's already a horrible person. But the drunk lady, the one who was most intoxicated, she is the reason for the season because she despised Tamla for some reason. She gets drunk and then she gets unruly. And it seems like she gets drunk and people really don't like to deal with her. But she's one of them. So they are always going to ride with her before they ride with Tamla. The 2 ringleaders was the lady whose house they were at and the lady who got really, really, really drunk, whoever she is. Because I see another lady there that was really drunk. And like for some reason, she didn't like Tamla the most. And I don't even think she knew her that well. But just her mere presence there irked her nerve and her livelihood. So let me say this, and I don't want to offend any of my white viewers. So if you hop in my comments with any bullshit, depending on what mood I'm in, you'll be blessed to only get blocked. Don't make me put you in a jar. Because I'm actually just annoyed with people lately. So let me explain something. And for all my black women, my African women, we all know we're on code with this. Some white women who don't like black women don't like them because it is a mixture of, okay, I'm going to call it envy, because to me, envy conveys a mixture of adoration and disdain. Envy is different from hate in a sense that this person admires you as well. They're enamored with you and they hate it. And they hate you because we have something that they don't have. We have the razzle dazzle that they don't have. Some racism, most racism is rooted in jealousy and envy. Biological jealousy and envy. You can't help it. You look at our strong, supple skin, our melanin, our livelihood, our bodies, and it's like, I hate her. But then the moment you guys can go to a doctor, get a BBL and a fat transfer, get some injections pulled up in your lips, put up in your lips, y'all will throw on a wig and start using our slang, and then you'll become us. You'll try to erase us because you hate that it's us and not you who has the sauce. Sorry, not sorry. And if you are not racist, then what I just said doesn't offend you. But as a black woman, that is our truth. That is our truth. And we can smell it off of you. This is what happened that night at that party. The drunk lady just could not stand Tamla. I can feel like, so Tamala's energy to me feels like a Leo. I don't know what her sign was, but it feels like a Leo, and that they are the life of the party. They are lively. They are the center of attention, and most of the time they're not trying to be. Okay, 50-50, because most of the time y'all are trying to be, but it's not. It's because it's who you are. It's because you're ruled by the sun, which is the center of attention in the universe. So you can't help it. Tamala's energy feels like that in a way where she was very lively. And if you all know Caribbean women, island women, they are like that. They can be loud, they can be lively, and rambunctious. They are the life of the party, and I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. However, white people are not. They can't handle all of that energy. This woman could not. And I almost feel like she usually is the center of attention in her group. She feels a little bit younger than the other women to me. A little bit more emotionally immature, and is used to being the center of attention because she's a little bit younger than everyone else in their circle, so she feels like she's the more attractive one and is used to everybody paying her attention. And at this party, it was Tamla. And even though Tamla wasn't trying to be that way, it just rubbed these ladies wrong because in their core, they're racist. Okay. So I'm tired of shuffling. I'm about to just start pulling cards. And y'all know how I do. I pull a card and I let the spirit speak. I rarely ask questions, and that's only after we get into the reading so that I can clarify. So Tamla, Harsford, Queen Tamla, I love you because you are not silent. You will not allow your case to just fall by the wayside, and you've done a good job at keeping awareness towards your case. Your energy is big like that, though. You have a lot of energy, and keeping people aware of you after you have passed on, engaging in this realm that is lower in vibration than the realm that you're in, requires a lot of energy. And I don't know how long you can keep this up. However, this is my part. This is me doing my part and taking the energy that you have invested in keeping us aware of you, and then continuing to transmute that energy. Because I don't know how long you can keep up with keeping us aware. You're going to get tired after a while, and you're going to start feeling like it's time to move on and that you've done what you could. But this is why you have people like me. I got you, sis. I may not be able to keep the whole world focused on you, but on my platform, on my YouTube channel, this video is immortalized, and it will be shared, and it will be viewed, and then those people will now have you in their consciousness. So this is me doing my part for you. And now all I ask is that you speak clearly, so that I can hear you and understand you and properly convey your message, not mine, but yours. Tamla, what is it that you have to say, especially in regards to your murder? What is it that you have to say? The Lovers. and the Hierophant. So, top of my mind, I'm thinking a married couple. So this is commitment, marriage. What? Because I see the Two of Cups here, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Hierophant. The Lovers and the Hierophant. Tamla, why is the Lovers here? Are you talking about the couple who own the house? Five of Cups in reverse. The Tower and the Knight of Cups. This is, I don't think this, you guys, give me a second. King and Queen of Pentacles here again. I need a minute, guys. Before I say what I want to say, I need a second to clarify this because this looks like an interference. All right, y'all. This is not Tamla. This is not Tamla. All right. I'm going to reshuffle these. I received that message. I receive it. I'll receive it. And now I'm asking to speak to Tamala. So that was, I kind of feel like that was a message for me. Um, Tamala, let's start this way. Let's start this way. Tell me what happened to you that night, the night that you passed. What happened? What happened? Two of Wands in reverse. Something unexpected happened. Something that she did not anticipate. She did not plan on happening. And the fact that it's Two of Wands makes me think that she was stuck beefing, arguing with two people. So in my mind, I could see them in the kitchen, in the dining room. I can see a conversation getting heated. I can see the drunk lady. I can see Tamla. And then I can see someone else. I see everybody else. I want to say that this is the lady of the house. I want to say that the drunk lady was going in. The lady of the house wasn't going in as hard. She wasn't as aggressive, but she was just like the backup. But she was on go, like she was on ready. You know how your friend is arguing with somebody she has beef with, and you're not necessarily in it yet, but you just waiting on the motherfucker to tag you in? That was the lady of the house. And it almost like it happened so fast. It came out of nowhere. It was unexpected. Everybody was having a good time, and then out of nowhere, the drunk bitch just went left. On the bottom, the King of Wands. And I feel like this is Tamla. I want to feel like this is Tamla in that moment. Big boss energy, big fiery energy, because what a bitch ain't gonna do is, you know what I'm saying, back her up into a corner. So to me, she was standing her ground. She was holding her ground. I feel like I should have got the Seven of Wands if she was standing her ground. But that King of Wands just gives me like confidence. Like they wanted her to feel like the nigger in the house. They wanted her to feel lesser. But no, like she was the life of the party. And she wasn't about to feel bad for that. Let's clarify this Two of Wands. The Five of Wands in reverse, y'all. They was fighting. This was drama. She didn't want any parts of it, though. Notice, because I'm clarifying this, it happened so fast. It came unexpectedly for her. She didn't want to fight with these people. She wasn't here for that. She didn't want any parts of it. She didn't want to put the energy, like, she did nothing to warrant the drama that happened to her other than be kind to these people. Oh, okay. All right. So listen, there were two men there. We all know this. There were two men there, and they were husbands of some of the guests there. And in the midst of everybody drinking and turning up and having fun, one of the ladies felt like Tamala's interaction with one of the men there was inappropriate. And I'm going to venture out to say that it was not. It was not inappropriate. Here's the Seven of Wands, you guys, on the bottom of the deck. I was expecting to see this. She was standing her ground, but they were drunk. Like, I'm standing my ground, but I don't understand. Like, we're drunk, we're having a good time. I don't get it. She was standing her ground. I knew I was going to see that Seven of Wands because I was feeling it. I was feeling that King of Wands was her. Like, oh, fuck that. Y'all ain't finna bully me. So I was expecting to see the Seven of Wands, and I did. One of the women there did not like the interaction that Tamla had with the husband, and rather it was innocent on Tamla's end or not. Maybe the husband was enjoying Tamla a little bit too much. I feel like she could have possibly been dancing around, having a good time like island people do. And the women there just weren't familiar. They weren't familiar with that type of vibe, that type of energy. And for them, it was too much. And for them, it was inappropriate. Because one of the men there were having a good time with Tamla. And maybe they were being inappropriate, but Tamla wasn't. She wasn't thinking of it like that. She's got a husband and, 4 or 5 kids at the house. She was looking for opportunity to let her hair down and have some fun amongst people that she thought were her friends. One of the ladies was sitting back like, I don't like that shit. And that's when they started going off into the side room and having those conversations about her, talking about her. This is where the energy came from that fostered or facilitated shit going left. Um, because they were huddling up in the room like little girls, little schoolgirls talking about her. But then they come out and like, woohoo, Tamla, oh my God, you're so funny. Oh, you're so fun. Oh, we just love you. Then they go in those rooms and, oh my God, I can't stand her. She's so loud. Like, and did you see like her butt? And she's just, what is that dance she's doing? Oh my God, I can't wait for her to leave, honestly. But then, oh no, we love having you here. No, stay here. Let's do another shot. Let's do another shot, everybody. Come on. That kind of energy. Oh, oh my God. So I wanted to clarify this Five of Wands. This drama. First card out, Nine of Swords, y'all. She was stressing because this drama, like she's in the middle of people And they're all kind of ganging up on her, and she's starting to see shit go left. Look at this. Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like that is one of the women whose husband was there. The woman of the house. Because she's got money. The woman of the house. She's got the money, and she's the one who wears the pants in the relationship. She wasn't happy. Ace of Swords. Yep. I also want to see this Two of Cups. Because I want to be clear that one of the ladies didn't like the interaction between one of the men and Tamla. I'm clarifying this Two of Cups down here. Oh, shoot. All my cards are flip-flopped. My cards are backwards, forwards. Okay. Two of Cups. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Cups. One of the men was having a good time with Tamala. They were having a good time. And I think that one of the men has a cheating problem. And so the wife sitting back watching this, she didn't like it. Because the husband likes to cheat. See that Ace of Wands, that big phallus? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Juggling two people, but not doing a good job at it. And this Nine of Wands, greedy. Getting your wishes fulfilled. With this Ace of Wands, that is somebody who likes to fuck. But since we're clarifying the Two of Cups, this person is already in a relationship. Which is what I'm saying. One of those men there was having a good time with Tamla, and in the past, they have been a cheater. They've had infidelity issues in their marriage, and the wife was not feeling it. Wasn't feeling sitting back watching him, dance with Tamla, laugh with Tamla, because she recognized this behavior. And even if she didn't think that he would actually try to have sex with Tamla, Tamla at that moment became the enemy. Look, on the bottom of the deck, she's surrounded by wolves. She had no idea that these people were talking about her swords, what these people were thinking about her swords. She had no idea. And if she did, she would have left sooner because she could have. Okay, Tamla. I feel you now. I feel you. All right. So what else, Tamla? Okay, so y'all start arguing in the kitchen. What else? What else? What else? What else, Tamla? What else? Five of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles. On the bottom. Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. What is this behind it? Because my card is flipped. Knight of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. I see the Death card in here. I see the Four of Wands. Death at a home. The Chariot. And the Knight of Wands. A cover-up. Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. This feels like holding back information and waiting to see. Okay, so it's just like, because on the bottom of the deck, this is like what happened after the death. Look. So I'm looking at this and I'm starting here. Death happened at this home, my Four of Pentacles, the Chariot. This is them with the cover up to me, deciding to move forward and successfully cover up this crime, this too, and doing it quickly, And then these two are telling me, let's figure out a solid story. Let's figure out a solid story. Let's figure out a solid story. And not only that, let's wait to figure out a solid story before we call the police. So before they called the police, they all agreed on their version of events. Everybody who was there, they all agreed to stick to the same story. And I'm going to tell you another thing. One of the ladies that left because she did not want any parts of it. She knew what happened. She knew what was going to happen. She didn't really want any parts of it, but at the same time, this is her social group. So she has to follow suit. This lady is feeling guilty as fuck. It's eating her alive, even all these years later. And in my mind, I hear she'll crack and she'll tell someone who was not a part of the group. Actually, a lot of people who weren't there are aware of what really happened. Their whole social circle is aware of what really happened. I almost feel like the most of the town is aware of what really happened. How is it? Forsyth County, Georgia? I feel like that's probably one of the most racist towns in Georgia. One of the towns that hold on and still uphold a lot of Jim Crow era laws and activities and beliefs. Let me tell you something. Almost everybody in that town knows what happened to this lady. The card that just fell out that I just picked up, it was this. It was the Ten of Swords. This is her murder, you guys. They all know. The thing is, none of them are willing to out each other because of this group. I keep hearing social circle, but like it feels like it's more than a social circle. It is something. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys what I see in my mind. In this town, there is a group of people that involve the city government, city officials, and some of the long-standing members of the community that are old money contributors to the sustainability of that town. And their families know each other from way back, maybe even generations back to the Jim Crow era. And they work together in order to keep the order of things in this town. And they protect each other and they look out for each other and not just cover each other's crimes, but also in under the table type of business dealings and activities. And this isn't far-fetched because every town has this behavior. Every school has this, like, mob mentalities, cliques and groups, fraternities, sororities. They all operate the same way. Looking out for each other, covering up each other's dirt, giving each other opportunities. This is why the investigation stalled. And the only way for any kind of real change to happen in that town is going to have to come from a state or a federal level. So I want to clarify this Five of Pentacles because I was asking what else happened. And I got this Five of Pentacles. The Emperor. The Moon in reverse. The World in reverse. These are all major arcanas. And the Ace of Cups in reverse. asked what else happened, and you gave me this Five of Pentacles. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why I got this card. So, Tamla, if you can help me understand what you're trying to say by the Five of Pentacles. I'm looking at the imagery. I am. What time of the year did this happen? It wasn't cold outside, was it? What time of the year did this happen? I could easily Google it, but I don't feel like it. The Emperor. It's Mars energy. And every card that was just in the bottom just came out behind the Emperor. Oh my goodness. These cards aren't speaking to me clearly enough about why this Five of Pentacles is here. Tamla, I asked you what next. What happened next? Oh, the Empress, the lady of the house. Alright, so what happened next? Five of Pentacles, the Empress, the lady of the house. Were you guys outside? Did you guys go outside? I feel like it might have been a little chilly there. I don't know why I keep wondering. Okay, I do know why I keep wondering what time of the year it is. It's because it's cold on this card. You guys went outside to cool off. Tamla, you went outside. Tamla, you went outside because things were heated. You went outside to cool off. All this drama, all this arguing. You went outside. You lit up a cigarette, I believe. A cigarette or... You went outside. You went outside. You lit up something. The wife came outside. Not the wife, the woman of the house. The woman of the house came outside behind you. And then what else? Nine of Pentacles. But this is all like money. Three of Cups on the bottom. You guys, I don't understand this Five of Pentacles. And the cards I got to clarify it, I still don't understand. And what's funny is, the first time I clarified it, I got the Emperor. The second time I got the Empress. The man and the woman of the house. But why is this Nine of Pentacles here? And then the Justice. All right. All right. Something about outside, something about it being cold, something about the man and the woman of the house having money, having money, and being able, I don't know, having money. The man and the woman of the house have money. The man and the woman of the house have money. Okay, Tamara, speak to me. Speak a little clearer. The man and the woman of the house have money. What is this? Ten of Cups in reverse. Here's the Empress again. The Five of Pentacles again. And then the King of Pentacles in reverse right behind it. What is all this poverty and lack? Hold on, guys. Every card that's on the bottom of the deck, I end up pulling. I just keep hearing, I need time. I need time. These major arcanas are coming out everywhere. Let me run these cards back through the frankincense and myrrh. I hope it's still burning. Nope. Smoke. A little bit of fire. All right, Tamla. Are you losing energy? Is there anything I can do to give you some so that you can finish telling me what happened? Sorry, guys, I got distracted by that one time. All right, Tamla. The last thing I saw clearly was that argument that took place in the kitchen. And then I saw you guys going outside to cool off. I don't know what time of the year it was, but I feel like it was a little bit cool, possibly. Judgment in reverse. So if you guys go back and watch any of my other readings on people that have passed, this card comes up in every single reading, whether upright or reverse. Every single time I read the person that is no longer here, this card comes out. On the bottom is the moon, the judgment and the moon. These are, and then look, justice, strength. You know what? I knew it. I knew better. I knew better. I knew better. I knew better. Judgment in reverse, it doesn't just represent to me that the dead are talking to me. This is also a card of regret. Not trusting your own inner judgment, making, decisions that you wish you hadn't made, that you can't come back from. Because upright, these people are being resurrected. She made a decision that she couldn't come back from. And on the bottom of the deck, Five of Swords in reverse. I think she regretted arguing with them because she felt how the vibe changed afterwards. It's just like nobody wins. And the Five of Swords, it's a disagreement, it's a petty argument. Nobody wins. And the one person thinks that they're winning at the expense of everybody else, but they're isolating themselves and hurting everyone else in the process. She went outside and I could just see her puffing on something and just like, I can't believe this happened. Like, I did not intend for this to happen. And okay. So at once when she was the King of Wands, now it's the King of Wands in reverse. The Sun in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, all of these after or behind this argument, this Five of Swords. Because they ganged up on her and that hurt her confidence a little bit. After the fight, she's not as confident anymore. It's just like, after an alcohol fueled fight with someone, after everybody's separated and calmed down, everybody starts reflecting and regretting. This is what happened. And she was sad. That Sun in reverse, she was sad because she was having such a good, lively time. She thought these were her friends. She was confident. And now, after this, her spirit is broken. She's sad a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Clarifying this judgment, by the way. Seven of Wands. Yes, regretting this, having to defend herself. The whole thing was just dumb. Hangman in reverse. Her feeling like there's really nothing I could do. Ain't nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do because I'm outnumbered but defend myself. But defend myself. But defend myself. And this King of Pentacles is coming out in reverse because something tells me she was stubborn. And low-key, a little overly ambitious. I'm okay. Not to offend any of her family, but I'm wondering what her motives was in wanting to maintain a friendship with these people. And something tells me it was a little bit of greed. Not that she was out trying to get money from them, but she knew who ran the town. She knew who ran the town. She knew that they were the movers and shakers in the town. And her kids, based on the article that I did read, her kids, she was mutual friends with some of these people because their sons were on the same football team. And so they became mutual friends. And then she was invited to this party, but she only knew maybe one or two or three of the people there. But I feel like, she almost regretted arguing with these people because she felt like she would be outcasted from the group. Three of Pentacles. But I really feel like when she went outside, she started to think about these things. Like, do I even, is it worth the sacrifice of your dignity? Because when she went outside to smoke whatever she was smoking, and she was thinking, like, I don't even fucking like these white people. I'm trying to do this for my kids. Social climbing. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm a Libra. I believe in networking. I believe in maintaining good relationships with people, building strong bridges. I believe in power, and there's power in who you know. I believe on capitalizing on opportunities, including relationships, as long as they're mutually beneficial. So I get it. I get it. But I think she was thinking like, and her biggest mistake is that she didn't leave then. She opened the door for reconciliation. Like I just said, her biggest regret, Five of Cups. This is almost self-sabotage, but it's almost like not listening to yourself or knowing the truth, admitting the truth to yourself. That she was at people's house with money for the influence, and she didn't leave. So I think I was right about why she was even hanging out with this group of white people, because I know that's what the world wants to know. Made a decision to stay, and she regrets it. A lot of people were wondering, what the fuck was this black woman doing here at this party anyways? Yep, her kids. Yep, her kids. She was hanging with these people for her kids. She was only friends with these people because of the kids. And she wanted to maintain good relationships with them because their kids were mutual friends. So she really did regret the argument that they got in because she felt like it would affect the kids' relationship. Which is why she wanted to reconcile, which is why she didn't leave. You know, I think she was trying to be mature because actually they came for her. The argument was brought to her. And she was just as confused about it. But she knew, she knew what she was up against. She just didn't know what she was up against. She knew that they were probably racist, but she was playing the game. She just had no idea that it would become dangerous. Boy, after I asked her to clarify for me and then that wind started blowing and I started listening to that wind chime, got my mind right together. I actually have a bell. That I use to summon the spirits. But it's at work. So that wind chime worked perfectly because it got my mind back on a certain vibration. It's not that it was really for the spirits to come in. It was really to change my frequency so that I could be back in alignment. Because I think the problem was I had got distracted, or once I got confused about that Five of Pentacles, it threw my frequency off. Now I'm back. Okay. So I get why you stayed. I get why you stayed there, Tamla. I do. What else? Here's the Emperor again. This is the husband for sure. I need to mix up these cards again because I keep getting the same combinations. The husband. At some point, he became the dominant figure in the night. And since the last card I just left off on was Tamla going outside, I think the wife went outside too to follow. I don't think she went out there in an antagonizing way, but I think she went out there to, follow up with Tamla, not from a genuine place, but they're still being covert. They're still wearing masks. The husband now, because while they're outside, while Tamla's outside, and I think the wife was outside as well, the woman of the house. When I say the wife, I mean the woman of the house. And I don't think that she is the one who had concerns about Tamla's interaction. I think it was the really drunk lady, but I could be wrong. The The husband, though, the man of the house, now he's here. After they're outside, his energy enters the story a little bit more dominantly, and we'll see why. Here's this Judgment in reverse again. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Cups. What are we going to do? What are we going to do about her? The Tower. He's down. Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. This keeps coming out. Poverty and independence. Not having and having. The haves and the have-nots. This is her to them. This is them. This is her. This is them not seeing her as one of them. Like she's a poor person. She was never completely welcomed in that circle. And partly because she was black and partly because she just didn't have the money that everybody else comes from, the affluence that everyone else comes from. So the husband decides to figure out what to do about the situation because they're still in the house. Some people are still in the house. They're still, having sidebar conversations about the argument that just took place. Why is this Ace of Pentacles here in reverse? So at some point she did say that she wanted to leave because she became privy to their true feelings about her. She wanted to leave. Oh, somebody told her don't leave because you've been drinking. Look, Ace of Cups, she wanted to leave. She was emotional. Her feelings were hurt. Now she wants to go home. Ace of Cups is always, Eight of Cups is before the Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment, getting what you want, being emotionally happy. That's what she would have been walking towards, going home. She wanted to leave. Chariot in reverse. King of Swords. Three of Cups, partying. Don't leave because you know you've been drinking. And this is the right thing to do. Somebody told her not to leave because you've been drinking. She wanted to leave, and somebody told her not to leave because you've been drinking. But it's so weird because they didn't want her there. A couple started talking about the fight. A couple started arguing. A husband and wife started arguing. Ooh, the wife decided to kill her. It was the lady's idea to kill her. Why I say that? Because I want to clarify. This couple, remember this was my first card I pulled out, and I thought this was a different message. She was trying to tell me that it was the husband and the wife whose house she was at. They are responsible. It was their idea. But I wanted to clarify what this couple was arguing about. because they were arguing. But it's the wife who decided to kill her. It was the woman. It was the woman of the house. Remember I said she wears the pants in the relationships? I said that because that was on my spirit. It was her decision. It was her decision. I'm going to clarify this wife because of the argument. And because Tamla had the nerve to defend herself against them. Alright, this has been going on for quite a while. So Tamla, now that we know, I'm just going to ask one question and then I will let you make your final piece. Just so we can all be clear, your death was a murder and not a suicide. Am I correct? Were you murdered or did you commit suicide? Now there's a certain card that I'm looking for the suicide answer. I've actually been pulling it when they came up with the idea to tell that story. However, I'm not going to tell you guys what it is until I see it, and I promise you I won't see it. Tamla, did you kill yourself or did someone else facilitate your death? Does this look like somebody who killed themselves, or does this look like people or friends? I asked, did you kill yourself, or did someone else facilitate your death? And you see this group of people drinking, having a good time. Then shit went left, and they made a decision to kill her, and they were all in on it. But who was at the forefront? The husband and the wife. The ones who owned the house that this party was taking place at. So I need to say that because there was another couple there. There were two men at this party, and both of their wives were there. One of the men lived at that house. One of the men did not. Look, the couple who owned the house. They didn't like her. They didn't want her there. And they made a plan. I'm showing y'all these cards, and I shuffled them on film so that y'all don't think I'm making any of this shit up. So that y'all don't think I'm manipulating the cards to fit my storyline. I am reading the cards and reading my intuition. It just so happens they're in alignment. And if they weren't, if the card said something else or if my intuition didn't agree, then I stop and look for clarity. like I did before, and then I sit here until I get clear answers. And if I don't get any, I would just shut the reading down before I start telling y'all lies just for the sake of saying I'm a reader. I don't get paid for this. I barely even have time for this, but I make time. Okay, clarifying this Three of Cups, because the original question was, did you kill yourself or did you have help? She had help. Now let's see. The Tower. The Nine of Swords. The Knight of Cups. Who put something in her drink? They made a decision to put something in her drink and then offer her. Look, this couple. They needed to render her defenseless. They needed to render her defenseless. She didn't even see it coming because she was defenseless. Something tells me she was knocked out cold. They put something in her drink. And white women, we know that y'all have a whole arsenal of prescription pills to employ at any time. They put something in her drink. Look, y'all, when I said, so this is the cup that they gave her. Clarified that cup. I don't even care if I'm brought out, y'all, because so she would be defenseless, a little bit more loose, off her guard. So they put something in her drink to make her loopy. To make her loopy. I'm going to clarify the cups. Just so we know it's real. Ten of Wands. She was too much for them to handle. They couldn't risk her leaving. They didn't want her to leave. They didn't want her to leave because whatever was said there in that fight, whatever was done, for some reason they just didn't want anybody to know about it. They couldn't let her leave. They couldn't let her leave. For whatever reason, they could not let her leave. They didn't want her to leave and tell anyone. And I imagine that they were saying all kinds of horrible things that would have made them look bad in their community. It would have ruined their images. Jeepers creepers. I know most of y'all like, why don't you just wear clothes in your readings and you won't have that problem? Because I don't fucking want to. The husband. Whoa. Because something happened when they were fighting and the husband got involved. Did the husband hit her? No. Because she definitely would have left before they even offered her another drink. I keep pulling this Five of Pentacles. I keep pulling. Lying about something that happened in the house. Drugs, maybe? Hoping no one finds out about her death. Magician in reverse, the Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So they lied. The wife doesn't want anyone to find out that she was murdered. A cover-up, justice, Wheel of Fortune. Their reputation and their money. Seems like they're more afraid for their children. Something about the children. They couldn't let her leave. They couldn't let her leave. This couple, they're weird. They're weird. I can't divine this couple and the details between them. I think I would need a little bit more context. But something about this couple is very, very, very strange to me. Not just the fact that they killed this lady, but their behavior, even their rationalization for doing it, it was weird. It wasn't normal. It wasn't something that normal people are like, oh, we have to take her out because, our lives depend on it. It was something stupid. It was something stupid. They couldn't let her leave. And I feel like it has something to do with their image in the community. And they just didn't expect for this case to be anything other than she killed herself. They didn't want people to know like how they really got down or what happened in that house, which is why she couldn't leave and tell people about the argument that they had. Because during the argument, some things were said, and it was like at that point, she had to die because of something that was said that they couldn't risk her leaving and saying about their behavior at that party. Keep getting money. I keep getting money. Anyways, Tamla, I'm gonna close this reading. I'm starting to feel confused. I think I just got bit by a mosquito. That's always my cue. So what do you want to say in closing? And if we need to do a part 2, we can some other day, although I don't feel the need to because this was very detailed. This is more detailed than the first reading I did. So what do you want to say in closing? Five of Wands in reverse. I hear, don't stop fighting for me. This King of Pentacles in reverse keeps popping out here, and I really don't understand it. Juggler, Two of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Three of Cups in reverse, clarifying the King of Pentacles. not only is this don't stop fighting for me, but this is also them ganging up on her. I really feel like they all took turns hitting her when she was unconscious. When she was unconscious, they all got a little licking. They did. You know, the real story behind what happened to her in that house is disgusting. It is disgusting. This fucking Nine of Pentacles. I'm so sick of seeing it because it confuses me. But she says I didn't kill myself and you know it. Y'all know I didn't do this to myself. Y'all know I did not kill myself. And she plans to keep fighting for her family. And they know the truth. I feel like they just don't have the money or the resources to prove it. I think that they may be a little bit tapped out in the funds to continue to push this case forward. And this is actually something that I said in the closing remarks of the last reading. I remember saying this. So I'm going to stand by it, as this is her saying, please do not stop fighting for me. Because if we stop fighting, her case will die. If we stop investing energy in it, her case will die because her family does not have the resources to continue pushing this case. You know, justice oftentimes requires money when you are Black and the general population does not care about you and the media doesn't care about you. You have to start paying for justice. You have to start paying people to help you. That's what they're faced with. So she's asking us not to give up on her because she didn't give up. She didn't give up until they had to slip her something. It's the Empress card, but this is in reverse now. Three of Wands in reverse. I'm alright. Alright, let's see what this Empress in reverse is about. Okay, the Empress is the woman of the